Staying in a suite for one night, checking out the resort. Let's see what it's like. So the hotel is split into 4 different towers. There's a tower over there, there's this tower, and then there's 2 more towers over there. I'm in that particular tower. So there's a big conference on at the minute, which means there's a lot of business people in the hotel. Of course, I do the hotel tour after we check out the room. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, a lot of famous people have stayed in this hotel, including Frank Sinatra. And there's this whole wall here with all these photos of Frank. He shot movies here as well. Spent a lot of time at the hotel, although crazy, right? Wearing a suit in the heat of Miami. The Rat Pack there. Look at that. Sammy Davis Jr. So to get to my tower, I have to go out of the hotel. This is actually where you pick up your car when you leave. Just quickly show you the pool. Like I say, it's almost closing the pool at the minute, and it has been raining, so not a lot of people have been here. It's quite a long walk to the tower. You can just see it there, look, through the glass. So the tower has its own kind of concierge, although you can't check in here, you have to check in the main lobby. And there's been a few problems with these elevators. Luckily there's not too much of a queue. Earlier, the queue went all the way around there because there's only 2 lifts that are actually working. So this one has been stuck on that for ages, and I think this one has been stuck on floor 15 all day and yesterday, I believe. And as you can imagine, there's 30 something floors. They do take quite a long time to come down. Been waiting for 10 minutes for the lift. 10 minutes? Because obviously I've already gone upstairs once just to kind of put my bags upstairs. And the same is coming down as well. It's awful. Floor 32, it's crazy. These lifts really remind me of the hotel that I stayed in Dubai, you know, the world's tallest hotel, where the problems with the lift, it's been around about a 15-minute wait to get up to my floor. And earlier, when I went to go down, I was standing here for about 10 minutes just waiting for a lift. There's only 2 working, and actually up here, you can't see if any of the lifts are coming. They've got no numbers on them, none of the lights work. Crazy. Right, let's go to my room. So every room on this floor, for some odd reason, has 2 rooms in one. You'll see what I mean. So you come into this space, you've got one room over there, and then one room over here, which is my suite. Check this out. Now, if you're like me, and when you book a hotel room, you kind of scan over the photos, you kind of briefly look at the description. I kind of miss the fact that this suite has a fully loaded kitchen. It's better than the kitchen that I've got in my own house. Where do I start? We've got a massive sink. We have a massive fridge. I mean, this is, just look at the size of that fridge. I've never seen one that big in my life. And then I thought to myself, wow, that's big. The freezer is a drawer, a huge drawer, and there's ice there as well. The cooker is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a cooker like that in my life. They do everything big in America, right? Even the cookers, it's huge. And also, this oven does self-cleaning, which is pretty cool. There's also a huge very wide microwave. Why do you need a microwave that big? We've got a coffee machine, a dishwasher, and then all your cutlery, and also something to dry your hands on.
I think it's a good idea that there is a kitchen in this hotel. Most people, when we travel, a lot of hotels don't come with the kitchen, don't come with the fridge, don't come with the stove, don't come with the microwave. When you have all these, you can actually bring leftover food from the restaurant you can eat. I think this is a fabulous idea to have a full kitchen in case you want to make your own food.
This hotel room is pretty much more like an apartment, and it was great if you're staying here for like a week. Check out the doors though, because this one is where you put your luggage and some clothes. This one, which I opened up, was like, maybe that should have been locked. So that's the, I don't know, AC unit, hot water. And then, I didn't expect to see this. I have got a dryer and a washing machine. Although I don't think I would want to use that. I think all your clothes would come out dirty. And I forgot to show you as I walked in, there is a separate bathroom here. Now I used the shower in here earlier because I didn't want to mess the main bathroom up. But I was a bit disappointed because there was no hot water. I rang down to the front desk and they said they're going to send someone, and just noticed that in the wall. That wasn't me, that was here when I got here. That doesn't look good, does it, for a hotel this standard? But the living room has got a great space. It's absolutely huge. Minimalistic though, a very office looking kind of sofa, nice big TV, and then we've got the mini bar with a selection of nuts, vodka. All this is censored, so I'm going to be very careful about what I touch. And it tells you there that everything's censored. So we've got spirits, Red Bull. For the price of the room, I thought I'd get something complimentary. Even the water down there.
There is a reason why all these, if you look right here on the bottom, there's a little sensor right there. So that little sensor will tell the front desk that you took a drink out. If you're going there and you don't want to pay for a drink, do not drink this drink that's in the fridge, or they will charge you. And it's probably like $15 to $20. You are in Miami.
There isn't. Look at that tiny little gold pen, that's nice. The slimmest phone I think I've ever seen. Loads of empty drawers. And then we've got what looks like a table where you could sit up and play cards, which is quite nice. The views you have out of this suite are amazing. There's an entrance to the balcony this way, as well as through the bedroom, but I wasn't overly impressed with the balcony when I saw it from this side. I mean, it looked, and does look, pretty grubby. I mean, I know this hotel is aging, but for the price I paid for the room, I was quite surprised with that. Let's have a look in the bedroom. Again, very minimalistic with the bedroom. I guess I will talk about the bed though. The bed is quite firm, but comfy. And also, it does come with a mattress protector. Two of them, sorry, a mattress encasement, which I did ask for downstairs in reception, and yeah, they did deliver, which is good. Little radio alarm clock. For hotel pillows, they are quite small actually. I'm very surprised. Do like this headboard though, pretty funky. Do like these lights though. Bit of marble in them. Talking of the lights though, has to be the tiniest light switch ever. Love that. Okay, let's check out the bathroom, but before we do, at least this one is locked. Don't understand why. There's something behind there. We've got a big walk-in closet with a safe. There's extra pillows and blankets. There's the ironing board. No posh hangers though. The branding is on point. So we've got a bath. It looks like it's a jacuzzi bath from the 90s. Were they once white, or have they always been that cream colour, I wonder? Sorry, shower fans, but not overly that big in here. By the way, for all those people that do moan, you go in the shower with your shoes on. I've taken my shoes off. I'm hoping that this shower will be hotter than the other one, because like I say, it only got lukewarm, but I'm reckoning probably about 4 people squeezed in this shower. But what's nice about it is if someone is in the shower, someone can have a conversation with someone who's in the bath. Again, the water is just tepid. It doesn't seem to be getting hot at all. I'm gonna have to phone downstairs again. Some shower gels, some glasses, and a nice box of tissues. Extra toilet roll. And there's the hairdryer. Let me show you the view though. Shame the weather's not a little bit better, but that's Miami for you in August, especially in the afternoons. It tends to be sunny in the morning and then thunderstorms in the afternoon. We have had a huge storm, which is kind of now clearing out. So there's Miami Beach. Looking down to the pools, got a great view there. Still a few people in there. There's a few people on the beach actually. I'm not gonna lie though, it is not the best balcony in the world. The view's great, but the balcony itself is a little bit grubby. I mean, you can just see the floor is pretty dirty. I mean, yes, I know we have had a lot of rain, but I don't think rain has really caused this. This is just like scuff marks from the chairs, but all of this, look, it's really dirty. So when you're sitting here, you have to look at all that. I don't think I'm going to be spending too much time out here, bearing in mind it's nearly 6 o'clock and checkout time is 11. I might come out here this evening or maybe first thing in the morning to have a coffee, but that's about it. So I will come to the price at the end. We will check out the pool in the morning and fingers crossed we'll get a little bit of sunshine. But I've made reservations for the Italian restaurant at 8 o'clock. So before we do that, we might have a little bit of a walk around the hotel. Come on. So you press the lift and you just never know which one's gonna come on because none of them light up. And also the scariest thing about these lifts, I wonder if I'll capture it on camera, I bet I won't be able to, but as they come up, the doors open, the lift bounces, freak a lot of people out. Okay, that's freaky. I've just noticed there is a mirror right at the end there. And there's a mirror right at the end there as well. What do they say about mirrors facing each other? That's quite a gap. Why did... Oh, it's going up. The lifts are a bit grubby.
That's what she said.
Hello, we've got a table for 8 o'clock for one person. How cool the bar is. I like that. That is trendy. They've got about 5 restaurants on the property. I was recommended this restaurant, the Italian. Let's have a look. Some bread and a whole load of olive oil. So when I booked my room, I went for a package where you get $100 resort credit to spend on whatever you want, food and drink around the resort. So I might treat myself tonight. I thought I'll go for the risotto, the marine lobster risotto with coral butter, basil and lemon. It's $58. Obviously they'll add tax on that as well. Smells good. Surprised there's only 1, 2, 3, there's only 4 bits of lobster in this. I thought for the price there'd be a lot more. Fairly chunky though. So I could go for the obvious like tiramisu or a cheesecake, but actually I'm going to go for ricotta donuts, amaretto cream and milk chocolate sauce. It's called a Bomboloni. Sure, I said that wrong. Bomboloni. Bomboloni. Wow, these smell amazing. Look at that. Let's just dunk them straight into the amaretto cream. Oh yeah, and the chocolate sauce. These basically melt in my mouth. Wow. They're like the lightest donut I think I've ever had. Amazingly, dinner and dessert, which was amazing by the way, came up to $99.48. Just the food itself, well, the resort credit has paid for that, so that's not bad. So in the morning we'll go and check out the pool and the beach, we'll check out breakfast as well, and also a little bit more of the resort. I'll see you in the morning. Morning. Well, the weather is definitely better this morning. There was a few thunderstorms earlier on, but it's cleared out now, and fingers crossed, hopefully it'll be nice to go and check out the pool. But before we do that, let's go and get some breakfast. How different the bar looks now compared to yesterday and last night. It was heaving. I'll try and find this where breakfast is. Here we go. This is it in here. So a couple of options for breakfast. There's a choice for a la carte, which is the menu that's right in front of me, or for $42 I can go and check out the buffet breakfast, which also includes coffee. But if I go for the a la carte, coffee is extra. So let's go and check out the breakfast buffet first, shall we? Look how they've got the bread. Fresh fruit, there's breakfast cereals. Check out the cheese and the meat. There's loads of pastries. Check out the bacon. Look at those chunky little sausages. That does look good. However, I do want to try some French toast with strawberries and creme fraiche this morning. Wow, smells absolutely amazing. So apparently the strawberries are inside, so let's cut it right in the middle. Give it a try. I love French toast, however, it's so fattening. You can't exactly have it every day. So the resort is so big, they've given me a map. Not many hotels do you get a map because it's that big. But basically it's just kind of showing you where all the 4 towers are and where all the restaurants are. And they advise you to book everything, and you just basically scan the QR code for any spa, restaurant, day club, nightclub you want to go to. Right, I think we should get changed and head to the pool. Come on. So let's check out the amazing pool here, shall we? So by the looks of things, this is a day club, like a beach club. Not very busy though. There's a squirrel. I didn't expect to see a squirrel running around the pool in Miami. This is a pretty big pool complex. So you can see the towers of the hotel. You can see just how big the resort is. There's another tower just over there. Let's make our way down to the beach before we get a cocktail and cool off. It's like 95 degrees today in the shade, so it's pretty warm. I like how there's loads of little mini plunge pools, so even if you've got a sunbed over here, you can still cool off. Just made an epic mistake. Got in here thinking, oh, it's going to cool me off. I didn't realise that this was going to be a hot tub. It's flipping roasting in here. I need to get out. Kids pool with the smallest slide ever. Let's get some water. Is it pineapple water? Kind of nice. It's got a pineapple-y skin taste, if you know what I mean. You can actually get to the beach this way. I'm trying to find it. Ah, here we go. Let's check out Miami Beach, the famous white sands. This is pretty cool. First come, first serve. You do get some water sports. You can get a banana boat, kayaks or paddle boards, as long as you just present your room key. But at the minute they're all out, so might have to wait. Minutes later. So I'm here in August. This is how quickly the weather changes. There is a storm moving in, alarms are going off, and they've evacuated the pool. Everyone has got to get out of the pool because of that huge thunderstorm that's heading this way. So this is the main reception, but I just wanted to show you this because this is just so random. Just here in the lobby, what looks like an old-fashioned clock is one of these clocks where someone is actually drawing the time 24 hours a day. I saw one of these in Amsterdam. They are pretty cool, and they just make you just want to watch it the whole time. So clever, isn't it? Now this has got to be a first. A champagne vending machine. I don't think I've ever seen one before. $39 for a bottle of Moet, a mini bottle of Moet. We need more of these. So there's not much up there. There's a big convention going on. Let's go grab a coffee, shall we? I know the perfect place. I've got to show you this coffee shop, right? Look at the size of the donuts. Look at the size. Look at the size of the chocolate croissant. Holy hell. I thought I would go for a cookie, and they are huge. Not to mention huge, but they're also really thick. Look at the other cakes. Wow. They look good. Look at the tiramisus. And apparently you can test this ice cream. You could just ask for a little tester. Just be here all day as it swirls around. They asked me if I wanted it warmed up. I said, of course. Oh, wow. It's like I needed a fork or something. Just look at the size of that cookie. That is amazing. There's a mix there of dark chocolate and milk chocolate. Wow. So I've come to Ocean Drive, the most famous street in all of Miami, and I've got a bike, and we're gonna have a little bit of a bike along. Let's go. So they don't allow you to drive along the street really anymore. Not like the old days. Not this part anyway. I mean, it's pretty much like this street has become a building museum now. Some of these buildings are classic Miami. And a lot of the frontages just haven't changed since the 70s, the 80s. Best time to come down here at sunset though. You get some amazing colours from the boardwalk. go. Summer stay here has been pretty good overall. The food's been great. The room was nice, apart from that hole in the wall in the first bathroom. The water not getting very hot. In fact, this morning it did the same thing. I had to call someone out last night. They kind of fixed the problem. This morning it was still the same problem. The hotel is quite old now, and obviously it's got an amazing history. Being situated right on Miami Beach is the perfect place to hang out. And the only other downside for me was the lifts. There was 2 lifts out of action, and I was speaking to many people actually going up and down the lifts, and they said that there'd been a problem for weeks now, sometimes occasionally over the months that they've been here and the years. They've always had issues with the lifts, and it's not only the issues with the lifts breaking down, is the fact all the staff use these lifts as well. So, and there's so many floors that you might be going, it might be taking you 20 minutes to get down. So the suite I'm staying in cost me a grand total, including resort taxes. That also includes the $100 resort credit too. Apparently it is one of the most luxurious hotels in Miami. I'm sure the Four Seasons must be a bit better.
That is the end of the video.
Anyway, please make sure you give the video a
Remember,
thumbs up.
when you're going
Remember
to
to hit that subscribe button.
hotels
And I'll
such
see you next
as
time.
Miami, the customer service will be good. Some things might not be as nice as you expect. Remember, most hotels are short-staffed, so a lot of people are not willing to work. But once you go, just enjoy your time. When I read in the title, I wrote, "Did you know?" One of them, did you know that there is a washer and dryer? Excuse me. Most hotels don't offer a washer and dryer, but then again, a lot of people who travel from like Europe, Asia, and South America, they tend to stay longer. So I think it's a good idea that there is a washer and dryer. As always, like, comment, subscribe to Sony Review. Until next time.